Yes, people, welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. Hope you are all well. Just a quick update for you. A bit of news broke a little bit earlier on as David Moyes did conduct an interview with TalkSport where he did discuss Jesse Lingard. Of course, X told us on deadline day that there's an expectation that he could sign a short-term contract before the Manchester City game, and we're nearing closer to that Man City game now, so it'll have to come soon. And Moyes provided a sort of tongue-in-cheek little bit of an update where he said, look, Jesse's a lot better than he was when he first joined us, a good month or two ago now, back in training, and he's getting back to some sort of fitness. We know he played in that behind closed doors friendly where he played about 70 minutes against Ipswich, I think. So we know he's nearing fitness again, and now, of course, the decision has to be made by West Ham to whether we sign him up to a short-term contract, whether it's for January or whether it's till the end of the season on a pay-as-you-play or a very low wage, is what we're hearing from the club, is what they want the deal to be. So, yeah, look, Moyes was never going to put all his cards on the table in an interview with TalkSport, was he? So he sort of just avoided the question a little bit and just said, yeah, Jesse's doing well, we're going to assess him soon and make a decision. And yeah, well, we've been awaiting that decision for quite a while, so it should come pretty soon. Otherwise there really is no point of signing him up. Listen, you know my thoughts on it. I'm not a big fan of the deal. I'm not somebody who's advocating it, don't get me wrong. I think it's a poor decision from the football club in my personal opinion. You know, he had his perfect, brilliant opportunity to return to the club last year, and he chose to go to Nottingham Forest. And fair play to him. You know, I don't hold that against him as such. But I now don't want him crawling back into the football club now because there's nowhere else to go. You know, I was secretly hoping that the Saudis would pick him up and he'd go there around 300 grand a week for his last couple of years, and then we'd never hear of him again. But just got a sense of a feeling, even if we don't get a deal done and we don't bring him in over the next few weeks, this is going to be a reoccurring rumour pretty much every transfer window for the next few. Now I can see Jesse Lingard popping up, short-term contract offer every now and then. And listen, it's living in the past. You know, we are going to have difficulties with AFCON, with a few players going to AFCON in the January and February time, but we're going to have to work our way around it, and I don't think Jesse Lingard is that option. We saw what he did at Forest last year. He was awful. He could barely get in to that Nottingham Forest side, and they've now released him. So that tells me that he's not at the level that he was a couple of years ago, and I'm not denying how good he was. 10 goals, was it, in his short period that probably elevated West Ham into that European space that we got ourselves into. So, you know, we're eternally grateful and thankful for Jesse Lingard in that sense, but I've just got a feeling that now is not the time. It's not the time, and I feel like it's time to move on and let's look at newer, sort of younger options that can elevate us forward in a positive manner. Put your thoughts into the comment section down below. Would you still take Jesse Lingard back on a short-term pay-as-you-play, on a short-term end till the end of the season or till January from now, just to get us through, just for that added bit of squad depth? Do you think it's a good option or not? Put that in the comment section down below. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Until next time, thank you very much. Come on, you irons, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.